So like I mentioned, today is a special service as it's Media Week celebration, and I would want to introduce our speaker for today, who is going to be speaking on a very important topic. We can all agree that the world is going digital, and it's very important that we know what is going on in order to help raise the next generation. So I'd want to invite our speaker. He is no other person but our IT and media committee leader in the person of Mr. Joseph Beidou, who we affectionately call Glorious Man.
Hallelujah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Krista. Okay, so our Media Week started last Wednesday, and we learned about how we will use digital devices for evangelism. And we are saying that we want to carry our children along. We won't leave them behind. And by doing so, we all know the risks that we also have online. So this morning, we are here to talk about parental control, a guide to child safety online. Let's pray. Father, thank you for this moment that we've been waiting for. I pray for the graceful opportunity you've given to me to stand here to share with your church. Even as we seek safety and security whilst we spread the gospel through the internet, help us in our sharing this morning. In the mighty name of Jesus, I have prayed. Amen. Yes, children, as we know, they want to use every device that they come across. They want to use our tablet. They want to use our computer. They want to use everything that digital that they see. And you can't fault them because that is the era they find themselves in. In fact, technology is deeply integrated into their daily lives. And for that matter, it is good that they use it. I know there are benefits and then things that they can do with it even as they grow. I can say that almost every industry or every discipline that you can talk about right now has technology-driven administration. And for that matter, you need to be computer literate. So whilst they touch the tablet, they touch the laptop and stuff, for me, I know they are learning computing. And for that matter, we need to encourage them. But in doing so, there are risks. And looking at their age, how can they be able to take care of all the things that comes, the decisions and stuff? That is where we as parents, we need to guide them. And so we say parental control, a guide to child safety online. We are not saying that go and control them, but we underscore the word guidance. So we are guiding them so that they will not fall into trouble. And so as parents, we need to do so that we can ensure their digital well-being. So we are talking about risks. So let's look at some of the risks that our kids that they are not supervised, they are likely to encounter. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying basically is online harassment that goes on. They send hurtful messages. They can even mock your children on platforms and all that. These things can cause a whole lot to the child. And so there's the need for us as a parent to supervise them so that they will not fall into some of these risks online. You can also talk about inappropriate content. Inappropriate content could be anything that is not good for the child. It could be images, sexual images, advertisements that exhibit sexual messages and stuff. So all these things that we are talking about may not be good for the child, and for that matter, as parents, we need to supervise them. There's also online predators. These are adults who go online and then try to exploit the children. They do so by gaining their trust. So after they've gained the trust, then they begin to use any personal thing that the kid has shared with them to for monetary gains or whatever they want to get from that situation. And so these people try to gain the trust of the child. And so for that matter, we as parents, we need to gain their trust first, even before someone that the kid does not know will come and gain that trust and then use it for his personal gain. So online predators is a very crucial risk that every unsupervised kid can come across. You can also talk about excessive screen time. I mean, spending too much time on digital devices is also a huge problem because it can cause a whole lot of addictions and stuff. And the more the child keep on the device, the likelihood of the child getting into anything that is not appropriate for the child. So these are a few of them. We have a lot of the risks, and these are a few that I want to mention so that we as parents will take it as something that we want to do to support the child. Now, no matter what you do, you want to give a phone to your child. Now, before you give the phone to your child, what do you tell the child? Please, can I get somebody that the first time you give a phone to your child, what did you tell the child? We are saying before the click, set the rules. Do I have anybody here? And what did you tell the child? Reverend. Evangelist. Okay, so I know most of you okay. One hour. That's beautiful. So you should tell the kids something before you hand over the phone to the child. And so it's a whole lot. So one of the things that from our perspective that we think that you need to tell the child is use it to learn and stay in charge, not just for games. This is the fundamental reason why you may give your child a phone to use. The next one you talk about, no social media. Now, what we are dealing here is under 13. If you are 13 below, the policy says no social media, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no TikTok, and whatsoever. So you cannot give it. So you need to let them understand that it is illegal for the children below. Because I'm saying this because when you go to WhatsApp platform right now, you can report any child that you know below under 13 using WhatsApp. WhatsApp encourage and report that child so that they can investigate and then take the necessary action that they need to take. So you can just tell the kid that don't use social media. It is not for anything. Tell the kid that you want his or her safety, and that is why you are encouraging that. So ask before downloading. Always get permission before adding applications and joining groups. If the kid asks that permission from you, it means that you are aware, of some of the applications that the kid uses on his or her phone. And for that matter, you can investigate if there's any problem. So let the kid also understand that I will check your device sometimes. In fact, checking his or her device is not just to spy on him or her. So you should let them understand that we are talking about safety and it's a shared responsibility. You want him or her safe, and that is why you want to review his or her phone time and time so that if there's anything that requires attention, because under 13, he or she cannot take any better decision for himself. He's not that matured to create some of the online risks that come. So let them understand. It is good to engage this conversation because if you engage them, then you are letting them understand that the security or the safety of the child that you require is the both of you, and he or she knows that you want the best for him or her. Avoid strangers. Now, we talked about online predators. Online predators, they are strangers. You don't know them anyway, but somehow they find their way to get into the child affairs. And so advise the child that he or she should not talk to people that he or she does not know online. If anybody approach him or her, it should come to you so that you also decide and see who the person is. So it's important to let them understand some of these things that we are talking about here. So this is before you give the phone to the child. Tell them something. Tell me if something feels wrong. Sometimes when the child goes online, they see something that feels or that bothers them, they begin to hide it. Sometimes they are afraid or they fear or maybe they think that it's shameful to them, so they will not even open it up. But communication is key here between you and the child. So if he or she understands that whatever he or she feels online, she can explain to the mother or the father, I believe that it's appropriate, then he or she will come to you all the time. And then the last one that we're talking about, limited screen time. You have to let him understand that, just as Sofmami said, limited screen time. It says 1 hour. You will have set times to use the phone each day. If the child understands this, he or she will comply all the time. And so anytime that he or she is going beyond that time, it will drop into his mind that, oh, okay, I have 1 hour that I have to use. So I need to put down the phone and then attend to other important things in the house. So this is crucial because if we don't do it like that, they will be addicted to the screen. Now, this is the report from Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, that's in 2028. The report says that when the child are in school, they are easily guided online. But when they get home, parents fail to, do that. And for research, we have gotten to know that we don't pay attention to their phones when they come home. But on school or when they find themselves in cafes and lab, definitely they are guided over there. So that is why that's why we are here, that parents should be empowered or should be given the basic knowledge in safety online so that they can advise their children how to go about this issue. But for me, I think that this issue is very serious because if when they come home, we as parents cannot take care of them in that regard, it's very alarming and there's something that we have to do. So they go on to say that this undermines the benefits of the use of the internet. So if the parent is not involved in the affairs of the child digitally, the benefits that the child is supposed to get, we are not getting it. Yes, we are not getting it because at the end of the day, the child may fall into something that is inappropriate and it can cause his or her life. So we should take this thing seriously because if we don't do it, the benefit of the use of the internet becomes meaningless. So there's another research that went on 2022, Montfort University at Leicester. They are saying that 12.5% of children under 10 years lose full one night's sleep every week. Now, the interesting part is that the reason why they lose that is that they wake up in the middle of the night. Intentionally, they wake up just to check notifications. This is very serious. A child under 10 years. So, we as parents, what do we do or what can we do about this? It means that we need to let them put the phone away from them. Because if this one goes on and on, there's a whole lot of complications, health issues, mental issues, poor performance, in school. Because if the child does not sleep, when he gets to school, he'll be sleeping in the school. And so this is very alarming and we need to look at it carefully. So anxiety, these are some of the things that may result in academic and digital addiction. So we need to look at this thing very well. Now, we believe that we cannot give every phone to the child because they need safety. Most often, if you don't have the technical know-how or any other understanding how to restrict the child from certain things, but we have some settings phone that it is recommended that you buy for the child. And these are some of a whole lot of them, so I can only talk about these three. Amazon Fire HD for Kate has, by default, it is restricted in some way. Homey Kate as well. I learned one of the parents here is using this one for the family. And I got to know that, and then I said, let me check on the Homey Kate. And I realized that, yes, indeed, it is very good for the safety of the kid because there's a whole lot of restrictions on it. And then the Pretom K7 Android 13 for kids is another one. So when you are buying phone for them, don't say, I have the resources to do that, so I want to buy any other phone. Let's think about the safety of the child before we do that. Now, our subject matters, we said that parental control. So these are practices that we use to manage online activities of the child. As I said, we are not just to control the child. We are guiding them on the internet. We are guiding them. And so this includes monitoring, limiting screen time, blocking harmful content, and tracking usage. So we need to understand some of this. And as we move along, I know some of them may be technical, but then the media team is around. If you require any support for more insight on this subject matter, we can help you in doing that. So then, these are some of the parental control apps or application that you can see or you can have on the internet. You have the Google Family Link. We are going to focus on the Google Family Link this morning. Apple Screen Time. We also have Back Studio and the Norton Family. Safe search filters. All of these things are there. Now, somebody was talking about how good is a family link and the back. And so I asked that the person to do more research and then do the conclusion. In fact, the back is good, but you have to pay for it. It is not available in our region. That is Ghana here. So you cannot use it here, even if you are able to buy it. And I check online, you have to pay about $14 every month to get this. And so that is the issue that we have. But the Google Family Link is free on Play Store, and it is very good that you can use. So this is the icon of the Google Family Link. So if you go to Play Store, you would have it, and then you can download it. It's free app from Google that helps parents to guide and supervise their children activities online. Okay, next slide. Okay, so for this moment, we are going to look at how you can set up the Google Family Link on your phone. I think last week, Pastor said that we should bring our phone. So if you brought your child's phone here, you can follow the process. And if you did not, you can just follow the process. When you go home, you can also do it for the child. And if you also require support, the team is here to support you in that course. So we are saying that when you go to Play Store, download the app. So 2 phones, you have to download the app from Play Store. Then one on your phone, you the parent, and then one on the child's phone. That is after you have explained the reason why you are using the phone. Okay, so then the next step is you have to sign in with your Gmail account. And then you also sign in with his or her Google account, Google Child account. Now, if you are under 13, or what Google says that if you are under 13, you are not supposed to sign up Gmail account. So if any person is under 13 having Gmail account, which is not child account, it probably the person lied about the age. And it is a whole lot, because if you look at it carefully, I've seen a whole lot of children who are under 10 years have Gmail account, meaning they lied about their age. Yeah, so some of these things that is happening, because anybody who is using WhatsApp, that is not being controlled by the parents. Definitely, the person lied about the age. That is why he's able to sign up from Gmail. So there are 2 accounts. One is for the adult, and then one is for the child. And that one is child account. And so we take just a quick look at how you can create one for your child. Next slide. You can create one for your child. So when you download the Google Family Link, you go to Play Store, and then you download it for the parent. So creating the account, when you tap the Add Plus, you create the account for the child. You enter the name. So it will ask you about the date of birth of the child, and definitely it should be under 13. And then you choose the address that you want to do it. Practically, we won't have time to do this one, but then if you require that support, we will help you do it after the service. Next slide. So as I said, so this is how it's going to look like. So the parent phone and then the child phone. So this phone should be linked. So that is when you have bought the phone and then you are about to give the phone to the child. After you have explained to the child why, what and how, and the reason why the child is having the phone, you have to do this. Now, all that you have said to the child, you may not be around to enforce it. So we are saying that this system is going to enforce it in your absence. Because if you are not here, if you are not there with the child, you cannot supervise or ensure that he said you should go to WhatsApp for 1 hour and he's been there for, you cannot know. But this system will ensure, or it will enforce that regulations or that suggestions or advice you have given to the child. So parent phone and then the child's phone. So here I want to switch to the, so that we can do a bit practical and then show us the benefits that we can have for the child. Sorry, I have to connect my phone to the screen because we couldn't do the screen recording so that we will record it. So we are going to do the projection right now from my screen, so that as we do, I expect that the photography team would, or the video team would capture this screen so that it could be projected to the other one, because it cannot be synced to all the screens. We only have it here because I'm using my phone. So we are trying this setup to see if it will work. So as I said, the app is called Family Link, Google Family Link. I have installed mine already here. And right now, as I stand here, I am supervising one child in Accra. And so this is the space that we are talking about right now. So when you go to, we have screen time, controls, and then location. So we are going to look at these three. So with the screen time, if you can see today, this is where you can use to check whether what you told your child is he or she is doing it or not. So if you look at it carefully, this is today. He has spent 1 minute online. And that is, and if you see the two apps here, when you click on it, it will give you an insight. Now, today is Sunday, and he's been here. He's been able to use only the contact that he has used. So when you come here, you will see the applications that he or she has used for the day. So for instance, if the less than 1 minute is alarming for you, you can just click on it and then you increase the time, or you limit the time you're supposed to use that application. And so that is one. So for today, there's no much activities here because it's Sunday. Now, we're also talking about limiting the child. So within a day, for how long would you want the child to spend in a day? So as you can see, I have set this one as the time limit is 5 hours. So I am saying that from Monday to Friday, every day, he or she should be able to use 5 hours within a day. Now, when you click on the 5 hours, and if you think that 5 hours is too much for you, or it is not good, so you want to reduce it, this is what you do. So you click on the weekly schedule, and you change the 5 hours to, let's say, to 2 hours. And then you save it and you say done. So for today, from Monday to Friday, he or she can only have access to only 2 hours per day. And this hours is splitted, between the applications that he or she will use. So if he wants to use YouTube, Kids, or any other application, he must spread them. Or if he spends the whole time on one application, it means that he cannot access any application again. And so you can also limit the applications. So here, the only application I have let unlimited is the calculator. I want him to have access to calculator all the time. Yes. Yes, so I know calculator is good. He will do some calculations, okay? And since I did this, he has not even spent a minute on the calculator. So that's how it is. But then it is putting him on check. So, and you can block the applications that you don't want him or her to access. All right. So let's go back to the schedule time. So I am saying that when it is 9 o'clock in the evening or 9:20, he should go to sleep. And so I have told him, I am not there. what will ensure that at the moment it gets 9:20, the phone will automatically lock and says that it is bedtime. Go and sleep. And the phone will lock. The only thing he can do is to call. Yes, so and I don't think it could be on the call from that time out to the following morning. So you can set it like that, and then you leave space for applications that you think they are important. That you would need. For me, I know calls are very important. So during emergency, he can use the phone to call. And so that is what we have here. And so now the screen time is 9:20, and I'm saying that the phone should open by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, he should be in school. So he won't have access to the phone. Yes. And then that is for that one. Now we have school time. I know some parents allow their children to take the phone to school. So if you allow your kid to take the phone to school, seriously, there could be distractions. And so you can set the time that the phone is in school, that within this space of time, the phone will be locked until school closes. So there will not be distractions like interruptions or notifications that will bother the kid in school. So if you can see, I have set it that from 8 to 3 p.m., of which I believe by then the school closed at that time. And at his age, I don't think that he'll be using the phone to school. So by the time he gets home, it's even 5 o'clock, and the day is already fast spent. So you can set it like that. School time, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. If your kid do not close at 3 p.m., you can extend it to any other time that you want. And so that is the school time that we are talking about. So all these things are there on the application for us to look at. And when you come to control, every applications that he wants to install from Play Store, I have to approve it. So I said that when you are giving the phone to the child, advise him or her that ask me before you download. But when you are not there, the kid will not even ask you. So this will ensure that the kid would ask you that I want to download this application. And so you can review the application and say that, okay, this application is good for him, so I would allow him to download. So you can restrict all these things. So if you look at what I have done here, applications and games. Now, he is under 13 years. So if you're under 13 years, when you are setting up the system, it should not go beyond 12 plus. So it should be within 3 years plus and 7 years plus. And I have selected 7 years plus because it falls within that range. And so anytime he tries to download any application that is rated 12 years plus, the system will not even allow him to do that. And so that is one restriction that we need to take notice of. And here, there's a whole lot that goes on the internet. Sometimes when they find themselves when they chance on any inappropriate content, sometimes it may not be intentional. Maybe through their navigations and then they fall on that. But to prevent that, this tool here is very important. That when you are setting it up, you have to put it on the restricts sexually explicit book. No, this is even for Play Store. So anytime he goes to Play Store will not show him such books. So that is one restriction that you can do for the child. And then let's come to the applications and then the website. I am saying that try to block explicit sites. Now, this is not perfect. The system is saying that no filter is perfect, but this should help hide sexually explicit sites. You cannot leave it on only allow on approved site, but sometimes you may not even find the time to approve it for the child. And so it is recommended that you say block all explicit sites, and then it will be blocked. Now, we are saying that that might not be enough. Now, if you know that your child visits a certain website that is inappropriate, you can just pick the address of the website and then you come to add website. So as you can see, I am saying that he should not access Facebook. So I have added Facebook there. So anytime he tries to visit Facebook, the system will reject it. So you can do so with any website. So I can add, let me say, tiktok.com. Then you add it. It will just bring it there. Anytime he tries to access that platform, it will never show. And this is very good for the children who are above 13 years. I know there are children who are above 13 years, but then they have access to phone. They do not start with the parental control. What do you do about it? So you can restrict them because they are going to use WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever they want to use. So you can just leave it like this and then they cannot access it. So let's look at one location so that we'll leave it for that. If there's any questions, then I can take care of it. So this also helps. Just for instance, your child is not around and then you want to track the location. So you can track the location of the child to know exactly where the child is. And it uses the GPS and the mobile internet to do that. So if they ask distance and say the accuracy is not, is very low, and so I can't detect the location of the child, it's probably the phone is off, and that is why it is so. But if even anything at all, you can see the picture of the child somewhere here, and it will tell you that he's around Abokobi Road, that is around Pantai in Accra. So that is the location. So you can use it anywhere. And you need to ensure that the kid has data on the phone to be able to do all these things. I don't know. And then I want to pause here and then get back to my projection. So I have tried this with about 3 people, and currently this is a child I'm supervising. And then there's one lady here that I tried it on when she was in GSS or so, or primary, I think from class 6 to GSS. I want her to speak to us on the benefits that she has gotten for using this or for allowing me to supervise her in that regard. Please, can I have that short video of blessing? Oh, the sound. Sorry. Okay.
Hi, my name is Blessing. At the age of 13, I was introduced by an app called Parental Control, of which
the sound, increase the volume of the sound.
To manage my phone. This app helped me balance my screen time, also helped me stay focused and also save online. At the time when it was introduced to me, I really did not enjoy it because I could not spend all the time in the world to do exactly everything I wanted to do because it was locked at 8 p.m. And so if I was talking to my friends or texting with people, the phone would automatically turn off and then tell me it's time for bed. But then I could still make important calls. It really helped me as I grew, and I got to understand that there are times for everything. And so these apps have really helped me, and I really appreciate that it was introduced to me, with balancing my screen time and also managing my time and how and when to learn and when also to use online platforms.
Okay, so this Blessing, she's now at the university. She's now free from parental control. Thank you very much. For now, I want to pause here. If there's any question, we will have to look at, and then we will end the presentation.
Okay.
Okay, Reverend.
Are you suggesting that those above 13 don't need digital parental control? So are they free? I guess you said that this is meant up to age 12 or 13. So 13 and below.
13 below.
Yes, I'm asking about 13 and above.
All right, thank you very much, Reverend. So it is very important that 13 and above, because that stage is very crucial. And as I speak, I was reading on a report, Australia. By the end of this year, they are pushing their policy to 17 years, no access to social media. There's a reason, because these issues that we are talking about, that is where the problem is. And so, Reverend, I would say that at that age, he or she has already tasted, the good things at that side. Now, preventing him or her, or beginning to guide him or her on that area is going to be difficult somehow. But then, you have to engage in the conversation with a kid that you don't intend to spy or do whatever. It is safety that we are talking about. So there should be an open conversation that I know you are 14 years, I know you are 15 years, but then I still think that you need to be supervised. And we can still do it. We can, just that you would not use child account. He or she will use the normal account that we are talking about. But then you can still use the parental app to monitor the activities online. You can still do it. And I want to encourage that the parents that have kids above that age, I believe we have teens here. If we can do that, it's going to help, because when we engage that conversation with them, they will come to understand that, yes, indeed, their safety online is very important. And for that matter, they will listen, and then we take it from there. So, Reverend, we can still do it for them. And I want to see parents who have 13 years and above who wants to do this for their children. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Chairman. I'm interested about how to track our children. Therefore, I would like you to explain it further. I didn't understand it well.
So, the tracking we have in the application, I don't know if I can share the screen again. After you have installed the application on the device, as I'm saying, that the installation itself, if you want us to do it for you, you call us, we'll come and do that for you. But then we are taking it as if you've already done it on the phone. Automatically, you have these three tabs here: the screen time, controls, and then the location. When you click on the location, the system will try to locate where the child is automatically. So if you can read map, this one it will take if you can read map. So as you can see right now, I think the system is up right now, and it is giving me the address of the location of the child. You are not seeing it. Oh. Okay, so all right, so the screen time, the controls, and then the location. As soon as we tap on the location, the phone itself will try to locate where the child is. So at first I tried, it didn't give me the exact location. But now it has given me the full address of where the child is. This is the address I'm talking about. And when you tap on it, it will give you insight. It's likely where the child is. So you don't need any settings or any installation or whatsoever. The problem is after we've installed the application for you, just tap on the location and then it will try to locate where the child is. I don't know if it's clear. I think that's...
The whole thing is complicated, so I will come to you personally.
Thank you very much. Evangelist.
Okay, thank you. Is there an app that can help wives to know where their husbands are?
Yes. Yes. There's an app like that. Okay. Yes, there's an app, so you can see us for that. But for this one, if your wife wants to be supervised, you can use this one for the wife, and she will agree to be your child. So there's an app like that. So you see me, we'll just talk about it. Okay, please, just one question. My time is up.
Please, let's say for some period, like as a parent, you are not able to check or monitor your child regularly. Does the app save like all the screen times and all those things so that maybe later when you have the time you can check? Or once you can't check, that's or you lose everything?
Yes, it saves the history. So it saves the history. For instance, yesterday, I want to see if I can check yesterday's screen time. So you can go back and back and back so that you can check yesterday's. Okay, so this is today. Yesterday, it was 2 hours that he spent on the device. So when you scroll down, all the applications that he accessed, YouTube Kids, Craftsman Heroes, like these are all the applications that he accessed. So the 2 hours, 3 minutes is spread across all these applications. And it is clear to see that YouTube Kids, he spent most time there, got 55 minutes there. So you can track history, you can go back Friday, you can go back, like, you can track the history I'm talking about. Thank you.
Okay, so, sorry, Mr. Baby.
Yes.
I just want to find out, do you have any such plans to engage the kids also and take them through some of these things, what they need to do, the do's and don'ts when they have access to the phone? Do you have that intention?
Okay, so it's something that you are bringing up right now. Even though we have collaborations with the children department, I think there is something we will take it up. If parents are aware, the kids should also be aware of this so that when the conversation is going on, it will not be like the mother wants to spy me or whatsoever, but it's for their safety. So we'll take it up. Thank you very much. Okay, so I want to end my discussions here. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. Bye.
Brother Joseph Bedu, God richly bless you.